The first thing you're going to need to do is make sure your molds are clean. If they are new, go ahead and wash them with mild, warm, soapy dish soap. Make sure they are completely dry before you use them with your melted candies. My first method of melting the chocolates, I just did a little search online, and I have warm water down there, hot water. It's already separated, I guess, the salts in the water because I went to the grocery store in between to get the pretzels. I've got water under there. So this little mini crock is acting as a double boiler. I don't want any water in here. It needs to be dry. I have this on low temperatures. I'm going to dump in some chocolates. This is the first time doing it, so I don't want to do a whole lot. I'm just experimenting right now. I think the first thing I'm going to try is this small bunny. It seems to be a little more solid and connected than the long ears in between. So for my first time, I would try this. The egg looks good as well to try that. Also, this beautiful heart on the Heraldry mold, but I'm not sure if I have enough chocolate. I could have measured it based on the grams and measured my chocolate, but I like to just wing it and experiment. I did read that if your chocolate starts hardening, you can add a little bit of coconut oil or, some kind of vegetable oil or coconut oil. You could add avocado oil, just a little bit to help it not bind up. So that's what I'm going to add, maybe just like half a teaspoon. If you know me or have seen my videos or taken a class from me, you know I love experimenting. I usually don't wait around for people to tell me how to do something or try a product. I go ahead and go for it myself and see what happens, because that's sometimes the best way. No, it is the best way to learn, and you discover things that maybe no one else has discovered yet. So there is a sugar arts group within the IOD Facebook community. I haven't been on there in a long time, but it's full of good ideas for using IOD products in your sugar arts. This bowl is kind of shifting around. I just need to leave it alone and make sure that none of that water gets in there. So I don't have a lot of water in the bottom, but I don't want it in there. In with the chocolates, it will ruin it. I also read to just leave the lid off. I'm not sure why. It said something about increased moisture, so we'll do that. I'll just be patient and give it a moment and then stir it. It's really not taking that long at all. Maybe I've only let it go 2 minutes. I feel like it's almost ready to put into the mold. Now, I'm just going to do it without any dusting powder, but I also had a thought. You could brush your mold with some chocolate powder as a duster, but we're going to try it just with the melted chocolates and just a tiny dab of coconut oil was in there. Okay, it is ready. It did not take long at all. So now I have a little spatula. This could get messy. I should have had like a little popsicle stick or a wooden skewer to kind of push this around a little bit better. Next time, right? Have your chopstick ready. Okay, it's getting there. Oh, here the careful part are the ears, I feel like. Okay, get that in there. Now I'm going to kind of tap it to level it off, and I'm going to put it, oh, some bubbles came up. Maybe that's a good thing. I am going to put it right into the freezer. But I see I have a little bit too much, so let's scoop that out. I don't want to take too long with this because this chocolate should be used as soon as you can so it doesn't harden up on you. I can't remember the term. I know some of you will know. Into the freezer. Now let's fill this sacred heart right here. But I wonder if a cookie would fit in it. Let's take a look. If it doesn't fit, I've got the rosettes coming next for my Oreos. Let's see. It will fit. Okay. Who doesn't love a chocolate dipped Oreo? Let's get that in there. Again, get your skewer or popsicle stick ready as part of your equipment here. I'm putting a little bit more than necessary. Let me go grab a stick. Okay, before it dries, be prepared, right? Before you start, it's already starting to set up. Got a lot in here. And once I plunk that, you see how I'm kind of pushing it, not on the edge, but inward, and get that tension going toward that edge. These molds have that rim that makes it really convenient. So I'm gonna push that. Not too far because I don't want the chocolate showing from the other side, from the front side. Just pushing it up to the sides of this cookie. We'll see what happens. Okay, into the freezer. Well, I'm gonna pick it up and just tap it just a little bit on the bottom. Let me see if I can push that a little bit farther. Okay, into the freezer. Now I've got this small scale mold. It is a first gen IOD mold. I'm just kind of scraping it into those little cavities. If you have just little bits of chocolate left, you can use this. Just scrape off the balance, tap the bottom, make sure it's gone to the bottom. Okay, that worked. Now the molds are silicone. You can use them in the oven too, so I'm going to be experimenting with that. If you have used your molds for crafting, it is not suggested to use it with baking. I do use toxic-free clay, air dry clay like IOD, but I would never use resin. I avoid resin anyway, but I would never use resin and then use these for baking. But it's always recommended, use your molds only for baking, use your resin molds only for resin. I think I'll just try those two. Well, here's one. No, that has, I'm looking for things that are more solid, so let me grab something else. Okay, I want to use up all of this chocolate. I'm going to plunk it into this sand dollar. I could put a cookie on it. I could put a pretzel on it. Let's try a pretzel. Nothing like a good salty sweet taste, right? So now I'm going from the side and pushing into the wall to that rim to fill in. I'm going to go ahead and plop it here. Tap the bottom. And it goes to the freezer. It's probably been 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes since I put this one in the freezer. This is the Heraldry, the Sacred Heart. And you can see it just wants to pop right out of there. Be especially careful with any extended details like the flame. And look at that. Now, yes, I could have done a little more detail, get away from that micro rim, but I think it's really lovely. Here's the brand new mold. And let's see how the bunny did. I'm going around carefully, you see, around the edges, kind of peeling it back. I don't want those ears to break. Those are the most delicate part, and I think it was a success. Oh my goodness. He's got a little air bubbles, but isn't he adorable? And it's the type of chocolate, you know, if you love Hershey's and don't really care for the taste of those melts, that's a really good option. He's so cute. You can tell if it has been in the freezer long enough. If you just peel it back and it kind of, you know, is crisp. It's not hesitating to come out. If it's hesitating, just pop it back in. Oh, see, it broke right there. So it might not have had enough time, or I might have had too much pressure on this end. But from my previous videos, you see how I put these little pieces. They are lovely on top of iced brownie bites or iced cupcakes. And if it was on the top of an iced cupcake, let me get that little piece that broke off. You could just put that piece right there on the cupcake in the icing. Wow, wouldn't that be fun? A fun treat. You wouldn't really notice. Here's the pretzel I popped into that sand dollar. If you had an ocean themed party, you could get the molds that have the melts that have different colors or beautiful marine colors, and you would have some fun little pretzel bites. I'm not sure if I left these in long enough, but again, oh no, it needs a little more in the freezer. I'm gonna go ahead and do it so you can see the detail, but next time, don't be in such a hurry. But it's still lovely, and it's perfect again for the top of a little cupcake or a brownie bite, or just as it is on a little decorative piece of paper or doily. Thank you for joining me in the kitchen today, and in my next video I will show a super quick way to make the pretzel rods in the oven without a crock pot.